31 Days of Dunctober, Day 22.
Oh, hello there. Good morning and welcome to day 22 of 31 days of Dunctober. Here I am in my studio. This is something you don't normally see. This is behind the scenes of 31 days of Dunctober. I'm just in the process of filming some shots for next week because of course Dunctober will be coming to an end next week. Oh, I think I'm going to cry all next week. No, not really. So here I am in my studio. I'm filming some little segments for next week. On the 31st of October, which of course is also my 7th anniversary here on YouTube, I will be making a special edition of Ask Mr. Duncan on that very day. But today I'm just preparing some shots for another project, something that I'm going to be doing later. But I thought while I'm here it might be interesting just to have a little look around the studio and show you some of the bits and pieces that I have here, all of the equipment and all of the gizmos and gadgets that I use to make my lessons. Would you like to have a look around? Would you? Well, okay then. Come on in. Let there be light. There it is. I have lots and lots of lights in the studio because lighting is very important in videography, photography and filmmaking. Lighting is a key element. You need lots and lots of lighting, and my studio has plenty of lighting. I have about 10 or 11 lights in this studio. Some are large ones. This is quite a big light. Even though the light seems powerful, it isn't using much electricity because the bulb in here is a low energy bulb. So even though it seems to be using lots of energy, it isn't. It's very kind to the environment. So there. If there is one element of video making that people tend to get wrong, it's the sound. Sound quality in video is just as important as picture quality. If you can't hear what's going on in the video, then the message you're trying to put across will be lost. So you do need a good quality microphone. The camera I'm recording on at the moment has an internal microphone, and that is the recording quality that you can hear now. It's not that good. It sounds like I'm in a big empty box. But this microphone is a professional external microphone. You can plug this in to your camera and it will give you a lovely, clear, rich sound. This is a directional microphone. This means that it will only pick up sound that is coming from the front. So anything going in here will be very clear. Anything here or at the back will be cancelled out. So when you are recording sound, this is the sort of microphone you need. And if you are going outside, you need to protect this. So normally you put a large cover over this. Normally the cover is made of plastic, and then over the top of the plastic you put a fluffy windshield, and that stops the wind noise from affecting the microphone. It's great. I love it. In professional terms, this is called a shotgun microphone. Here is another one of my lights. This is a professional grade light. You'll see these a lot on television. Normally when interviews are taking place, you'll see them dotted around in the background, lighting the room. This is called a dado light, and this is a very useful light because, well, first of all, they're very small and you can hide them away in corners, and they are very easy to position, incredibly lightweight. And the other thing is you can dim them very easily. So by using this, you can adjust the light itself. The strength of the light can be altered. So this dims the light. Right down low. So if you want a bright, strong light, oh my gosh, it's burning my eyes out. If you want a low, moody, atmospheric light, there it is. Wow. The only thing about these is they get incredibly hot. Sometimes I forget and grab hold of it. Let's just say it burns my hand a little bit. I have 3 of these lights in my studio, and I normally use them for background lighting. Now this is a very useful bit of kit. This is called a monitor. I plug this into my camera to allow myself to see what the camera is seeing. So in other words, I am seeing what the camera is seeing, so I can see myself. Does that make sense? I hope so. I'm ready for my close-up. Action. Look at that. It's a clapperboard. You've probably seen these loads and loads of times on movie sets, and sometimes they use them in TV as well, but not as often. Clapperboards are used mainly in the film industry, and they serve many purposes. They allow the editor to see what is being filmed, and also when it was filmed and who filmed it, and some of the technical things at the bottom there. But the most important thing on set that a clapperboard does is that. It makes a noise, and that allows the editor later to match the sound and the picture together. So when you're recording sound on a film set, normally the sound is recorded separately from the picture. So they use this to add a mark to the film and to the recording track. So the sound track has this sound and the picture has the movement. So you can match the two together, and then you have a synchronized picture. That means that the sound and the movement will match. Like now. Can you see? And cut. Here it is, my most favourite piece of equipment. It is, of course, the camera. This is my A camera. I call it the A camera because this is the camera I tend to use for most of my main shots. Certainly when I'm indoors here in the studio, this is the camera I normally use. I have 5 cameras in total. I have this one, I have the one that I'm using now to film this over there. I also have a DSLR camera, and I have 2 other cameras as well. So in fact I have, well, too many cameras, some people would say. I also use my smartphone sometimes for taking still pictures, because of course the quality now of mobile phone pictures is very high. So you can actually nowadays use still pictures from your mobile phone. As you can see on the front here, there is a piece of reflective glass, and this allows me to use an auto cue. So sometimes when I'm speaking for a very long time, I forget the words. If Barack Obama can have an auto cue, so can Mr. Duncan. You know I love receiving your comments, and I do read every single one of them. Now it is time to take a look at some of those comments. Ah, look, my red curtains. I had this backdrop made in 2010 to replace the original red curtains, which were in my dining room. Now, those curtains are in a box packed away somewhere. So these are the curtains that I've used since 2010. And of course, this colour has become quite iconic now, because whenever you see these curtains, you know that Mr. Duncan isn't far away. That is all from me for today. I hope you have enjoyed this slightly different lesson, taking a look behind the scenes. I hope it has been interesting. I will see you tomorrow for day 23 of Dunctober, and everything, I promise, will be back to normal. This is Mr. Duncan saying enjoy the rest of your day, and of course, even though I am behind the scenes, I'm still going to say ta-ta for now.